Yep, can you say hi? I'm
Hi.
Charlie.
Hi, I'm Charlie.
And I'm going to show you the difference between dumps and landfills today.
And I'm going to show you the dumps and landfills today.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Rambo, and I'm going to show you also the difference between a dump and a landfill today. Okay, for our landfill demo, I've got a pot of dirt just to represent ground. I've got some paper towels. This is going to represent our underground water. This plastic bag is actually going to represent our landfill. We're going to use the red dyed waters as precipitation, which will permeate down into groundwater. And then we have these red lava rocks to represent our trash, or solid municipal waste, also known as garbage. You're going to watch me lay out some paper towels at the bottom of the flower pot. This is just going to represent the groundwater. I'm going to pour water throughout the dump and show you guys how the water will actually drain through and hit the aquifer, and everything in the dump will actually filter through the ground and get into the groundwater. So that's the main issue you guys are going to see with a dump. So we're going to start by making a dump. So my lovely lab assistant is going to throw a bunch of garbage onto the land. This is basically what a dump is. It's just garbage thrown on the land. We're going to dig a little deeper and actually cover some of those. Charlie, can you take some of the rocks and actually put them into that hole?
Yeah. Rocks. Dear my rocks.
I know. Okay. So this is very representative of a dump where some of the trash is covered, some of it's not covered. But basically the thought was, before we started using landfills, that you can just dump garbage and cover it up, and that is enough. In some areas that are unregulated, some people would just dump their garbage wherever. All right, and now in a moment we're going to show you guys what happens when precipitation hits a dump. Okay, my lovely lab assistant is prepping our food colored water, and he's going to dump it into our dump to show you guys what will happen to groundwater. Okay.
I think I'm done mixing.
Okay, you want to pick it up and pour it in there?
Yeah.
Okay, now make sure we're getting it all around, buddy. Good job. Okay, let's put that down.
Hey, the rocks are wet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so these were the paper towels that represented my groundwater. As you guys can see, they're wet, but they also have that red dye in them. So that is telling me that all the precipitation that ran through my dump ran down into my groundwater as well. So this is one of the big reasons why we have landfills nowadays instead of dumps, because all of the chemicals, all of the pesticides like we saw in Fruitvale, can run through down into the groundwater. This is why dumps became regulated and transformed into landfills, which we'll demonstrate for you next. You guys are going to see my son fill this baggie up with rocks, which again are going to represent the garbage in our landfill. We're also going to fill it up with dirt, which just represents soil. When you have a landfill, they use a method where they do bury and compaction. So they'll cover the bags of trash with dirt, and then they will actually drive over it to compact it down. And you guys can see we also have this plastic bag, and that represents the geomembrane liner that they put around the outside of a landfill. We'll get into that when we do the drawing of a landfill. I'm going to insert some paper towels into the landfill just to show you guys how the various layers and the geomembrane liner work within the landfill itself. Okay, so this is what a landfill would look like.
I want to get this.
This is what a landfill would look like when it's capped. And basically what they do is they add dirt back onto it and topsoil, and then typically they will put plants on top of it. It's March, so I don't have plants yet. Now my son is going to take green water, and this is going to again represent precipitation, and he's going to pour that over the landfill. Okay, so go ahead, buddy. Pour your water over the landfill. Don't forget to move it around. Okay, good. Keep moving. Get this side too.
I missed.
The first set of paper towels you're looking at here is from the bottom of the flower pot. This is your groundwater. These are absolutely saturated with water. The second set of paper towels you're seeing here is from inside the plastic bag, which is our landfill. And while they are moist on the outside from the soil, when I opened them up, they were actually dry on the inside. Precipitation can flow into a landfill, but the water known as leachate is collected so it does not enter groundwater, which people can drink.